Yeah, Light, why don't you start the introduction while I update the bracket?
All right, let's go. And spawning in. Oh, as I picked the wrong race. I mean, sorry, the wrong flag. We have the lone American in the top right-hand corner of Jagannatha LE. Representing Sidestorm Gaming, it is Ryan.
I must ask, what flag did you put? Because I cannot see it.
Peruvian.
And another one that goes to Peru. Meanwhile, here in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, the Mexican, I hope it is Mexican, third player, JimRising.
Look, I'm just used to having at least one Peruvian in the match, okay?
I mean, to be honest, Peruvians show up pretty good in this tournament. Like the top 8, 5 were Peruvians.
Jesus Christ.
No, 5 Peruvians, 1 Mexican, 1 American, and 1 Argentinian. El Legacy did it. He managed to destroy the other American player that was in the lower half of the map.
Oh yeah, and mate, there's a reason why I love Ryan.
Look.
Yeah, there's a reason why I love Ryan. You know, he is not afraid to get dirty, just like Jimena and Rancio Rising, opening up with a Gate Forge.
Now the question is, I don't think Jim is going to suspect because of the angle that the probe entered his vision. I don't think he's going to suspect. Ryan did try to, what's the word I'm looking for, to mask it. I think it's going to work.
Yeah, I mean,
Jim
this is a very cheeky cannon rush. It's not your typical cannon rush at the natural base. It is slowly creeping into the main. Again, this is also different as well because we have a Cybercore at home, so we can get like some Stalkers coming out as well. And yeah, we'll see what Ryan's plan is here, other than, of course, like disrupting like movements in between the bases. Okay, now Jim sees.
Yeah, because for people who don't know, if you put a cannon on the edge of the creep, it does not actually reach the hatchery. So you cannot cannon a hatchery really.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, this is exactly what I was expecting. He's putting a robo here.
Yeah. So we do have a robo. We have a couple of adepts coming across the map as well. I mean, it's going to be really difficult for Jim. He does have 4 spines on the way, and he will be able to like uproot and like rush the cannons.
Oh, nice. The queen's finds a solid spot where they can assault this cannon. So 1 less cannon to worry about for JimRising, and here comes the spines.
Yeah, they all burrow in. It looks like there should be plenty of spines here. This cannon, mate, it's not going to survive. There's no way it survives. Look at how much DPS there is.
I mean, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm very impressed with JimRising. He reacted like perfectly to this cannon rush.
He was able to keep a cool, calm head. All the shield batteries, they have run out of energy. There is still a cannon supporting from the low ground, but these cannons here on the high ground will be dealt with, and the robo will go down. The Immortal did just pop out, but oh god, the shield battery actually finished up just in time.
He's not going to survive. It's too much DPS. It's too much DPS. This cannon rush is going to fail.
Yes, it will fail, and because there was so much committed here, like there's no way for Ryan to really transition. You have an adept though.
It kills a queens miraculously, so
yeah.
The adept is doing work. He just kills 1 drone. He's going to shade it into the main. Is he going to go for suicide? Okay, he died first.
Yeah,
he was suicide by spine.
Yeah, it did end up getting sniped by the Lings, and we have a Nexus on the way for Ryan. He's gonna try and transition. He shouldn't be able to. Like, we'll see what Jim has in store for us. If he was tunnel visioning a little bit too much, because he doesn't really have anything.
I mean, I think he can transition. He's going to be very behind, but I think he can because Jim, he's not doing Roach Warren. He's not doing anything. He's not building any more units really. And with the amount of settling that he has, I don't think he can break the wall.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Jim kind of dropped the ball a little bit here in the fact that, like, as you said, there's no Roach Warren, there's no Lair, there's no extra gases. So, and Jim doesn't even have a third base. I thought he was going to go and expand, but never mind. Huh.
Me too. I thought that I saw a drone somewhere.
Yeah. Now he's going over, and he will be getting his third base finally, but it's honestly kind of late. I wouldn't say that Ryan's ahead by any means. Like, Jim is still ahead, but Ryan's still in this.
Yep. He still has a chance. If Jim doesn't kill him in the next 5 minutes, we're going to transition to a more normal PvZ game.
Yeah.
Right. Void Ray is finally coming out, and they're going to pick up the Overlords.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Jim scouts the main base of Ryan's. He sees nothing. He probably is thinking to himself, oh, I should have killed him earlier.
He may have been able to. I mean, we have a Roach Warren, we have a Lair. We could see a couple of things, right? We could see another Nidus. We've seen a lot of Nidus play from JimRising. It's going to be difficult to pull off because Ryan will have control in the air, in the sky.
Can I ask a question?
Mm-hmm.
Can you Nidus spores and spines?
No. You can Nidus drones and you can spread creep and then make spores and spines.
Because I actually didn't know if you could.
Yeah.
Here comes Ryan with one lonely Void Ray, one lonely Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
But there's more than enough wins here.
Exactly. More than enough. Meanwhile, we do have a commitment to +1 air attack. Ryan, he's just going straight into that air, and this is very solid by JimRising. He's just going straight into Hydras. Jim should be able to drone up on 3 bases, go for Hydras, and just end the game. Oh my god.
What we have here, we have a ninja base by Ryan. A very risky ninja base because, mate, just look. Did you see who his neighbor is?
What are we watching right now? What?
We're watching peak NA StarCraft, mate. That is what are we watching.
Oh my god, Parker Mike died for this, mate.
No. To be honest, Paco Mike was killed by Chaos Fate. So it's Chaos Fate's fault, not Ryan.
True.
Chaos Fate dies for this, though. Chaos Fate did die for this.
He did. What are we?
And for that, he got $10.
What are we watching right now? I mean, Ryan's even fully walling off. I'm just going to quickly check Jim. Jim doesn't see anything, by the way, and he's not going to see anything for a while. Oh, never mind. Huh.
Mate, this base is done. Because Jim sees this is exactly when his Hydras are starting to pop out. That's more than enough to kill this base.
Mate, what about the recall, though?
Recall what?
Oh god, no, the Twilight Council's here as well. It's so vulnerable. Oh god.
And here we go. The Twilight Council he's being shielded. The shield battery is super powerful, but his energy is going to run out eventually.
Yeah, one of the Phoenixes does get picked off as well. That's not ideal, especially when Ryan is trying to go Mass Phoenix. And again, Mass Phoenix just doesn't do well against Hydras.
The Twilight Council finally goes down. Now Jim is able to enter the base. Ryan is trading very well. These cannons are doing God's work, but I don't think it's enough. Question mark. Oh, Jim has no vision.
He has no vision, mate. We even have a spore here. But Jim was hurting himself because this actually caused a choke point. So Jim was like funneling in like Hydra by Hydra, and they were just going into their death. Jim goes for a counterattack.
Jim is not doing what he should have done like 5 minutes ago. Go and kill Ryan in the other side of the map.
Is he gonna recall?
Is he going to recall this, bro?
Yeah, mate. Let's go. Recall, let's go. Telling you, man. What a big brain.
What a disgusting movement. Look how easy can Protoss. Actually, there are a couple of probes.
Yeah, they're stuck. No, the probes. I would argue that like let those 3 probes die there, mate. Like the shield batteries are pretty important right now. Oh god. Alright, the Hydras are trying to push up the ramp. Overcharge is being used, but there's literally only one Void Ray here to defend. Where are the Phoenixes? Come back home. Oh god.
No, mate. The finish is now that everything is lost. They're just saving their skin. Traitors. They finally come back and look. They're going to just pick off one by one. GG.
GG. JimRising takes game number 1. And yo, is this the year of Jim? Is he gonna win his second Battle of the Americas ever? It's possible. If you remember, it was only a couple of weeks ago where Jim won his first one. We were surprised as well. We were like looking back at the history, and he's had a lot of deep runs, but I mean, this was Cham's tournament for a long time. Is it now time for JimRising to rise up after he beat Cham in EPT?
maybe. I mean, who did Jim beat for winning the other Battle of the Americas? Do you remember?
Oh, I do not know. Let's find out.
Let me check. Let me quickly check. Battle of the Americas.
Oh, mate, it's a rematch.
It was versus Ryan, number 52.
Yeah.
2 months ago. So yeah, I mean, now it is time for Ryan to take revenge, or it is time for Jim to hold superiority here.
Mm-hmm.
What a funny thing.
God, what is even happening right now? Meanwhile, thank you so much. I apologize that I didn't get to catch it, but Stavi Pablo for the Twitch sub. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your ducks in the chat. Quack.
Yes, the second best ducks on Twitch TV.
The second best?
Yes.
Who's the best duck?
Have you not seen Sandra's duck?
Who? What?
Sandra, the girl who did the Respira Lobo.
Ah.
She also has dogs on her channel, and her dogs are awesome because they all JoJo dogs.
Ah, I've not seen them.
I have them. Mate, I spam them whenever I enter your channel. Now is it how little you notice your chat? Anyhow, speaking of how little he noticed his chat, maybe question mark. Is I don't know. I'm not saying anything. This is the Protoss player for Saxton Gaming. This is Ryan.
And spawning in the bottom right hand corner or of Lightshade LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player. He is red, representing Timbers Esports. It is JimRising. And White Adra in the chat, exclamation mark, Funada White Adra. He's like, yo, is this the Ryan who was on Exxon? Mate, where have you been? Exxon is no longer a thing. We are all Psystorm now.
Everyone is Psystorm now. Mate, what the hell? Look at Ryan. He's doing it again.
Yeah, a bit of a different variant. What's important, yo, Jim doesn't see, despite having an Overlord above his base, he hasn't seen the cannon or the pylon.
Oh god. He don't see, he's literally on the edge. Oh, this is so painful to watch.
Aye. Jim, he's being so careful as well. Like, you leaving your Overlord above the natural like this is to catch a cannon rush. This is a 100% to see a cannon rush, and he doesn't see, he doesn't know, he's blind. And the cannons are on the way. Now, finally, he realizes.
Time to panic. What is JimRising going to do? Is he going to cancel this race for starters?
You gotta cancel it.
Is he going to quick short Warren?
Like, this has to be canceled. There's no way he holds on to this. And something that I have to, oh god, as he lets it finish, oh, I don't know about this one, mate. JimRising,
he's just trying to buy as much time as possible.
It's possible. What I will say is that JimRising has some of the best cannon rush defense in the region. If you remember, Eggs, Ryu, Terran, they all fell to Turkey Dano. It was JimRising who actually was the one who beat Turkey Dano last year and who consistently beat him and who actually showed Eggs how to beat him. So again, JimRising, he's a very solid player defensively, but it looks like this this hatchery should fall.
It's going to fall very easily, and I'm not sure what JimRising is planning. He's building a Bailing nest. Which I suppose is good. He's not going to try to Bailing bust this, right? Is he going to Bailing bust Ryan on the other side of the map?
He's gonna try and Bailing bust. He's gonna try and bust Ryan, mate. It's gonna happen. I mean, the Bailings, I guess they can, like, there is only one pylon, right? Never mind, now there's two.
Yeah, there's only one pylon, but I gotta say that pylon is very well protected.
It is well protected, but can it be protected against all these Bailings is the question. The Adept gets in. Ooh, he doesn't see the Bailings. He doesn't know.
The Immortal is about to pop out. That Immortal can tank a lot of Bailings. I think he saw the Bailings.
He saw. He's backing up. He's about to get surrounded.
The Immortal got surrounded. The shield battery is keeping the Immortal alive. The Bailings are going from the back. Oh my god, he destroyed most of the cannons. But it's not enough. None of the Immortal survives and Jim's GG.
GG. He almost pulled it off. Those are beautiful, juicy Bailing connections. If he had gotten us around with the Lings and killed the Immortal, I think he would have been able to clean it up. But the Immortal survived, the Lings all died, and Jim taps out.
Now I think Jim is going to be very paranoid from the next game onwards. Now he's going to scout like crazy.
Oof. And now, from a best of 5, we have gone to a best of 3, as we are tied up now. We have a couple more games ahead of us. Who's going to take this? Is Ryan going to cannon rush again?
I mean, it currently has like a 50% chance of doing good, so why not? Why not?
Meanwhile, as we are getting underway with this event, we will, of course, eventually get into ESL Open Cup Asia. It did already start, but you know, we may just miss the first round or two. We'll still be there at least for the semifinals and the finals after this tournament. We're missing one caster though. All right, let's go. Getting ready to dive into game number 3 on Romanticide. Now, are we gonna see another Forge? There's no way, right?
I mean, I guarantee that we are going to see another Forge. The question is the Forge going to be placed in the first couple of minutes?
Yeah, that's the question. I feel like it's way too risky to do this 3 games in a row, right? 3 games?
Yeah, and especially, I mean, but on the other side, this Romanticide, isn't this a decent map for cannon rushing?
It is pretty decent.
Here we go, mate. We're about to find out. We're about to find out if this player in the top left-hand corner of the map, the Protoss American player, Ryan.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player representing Timbers Esports going for that 12 pool. It is JimRising.
Jim is angry. Jim is fed up. He's saying to himself, "No, I'm not going to get cheese this game. I'm the one who's going to cheese instead."
Oh, I don't know if I like this from Jim. I mean, we have a probe scout, so Ryan, he should eventually see what's coming his way. And we'll see how committed Jim is going to be to the 12 pool.
Now the question is Ryan going to put a forge?
I doubt it. I doubt. We have a gas at home as well. But Ryan is wasting a lot of time here at the natural base. He really needs to get up into the main.
Finally, he's going to do it. He's going to see the settling timing, and he's going to notice, oh, I'm getting 12 pull.
Yeah, he should, as he doesn't see the pool, but there he sees the Lings. He knows Zealot is coming out, and the wall is being thrown up.
Now that Ryan has seized it and that he didn't went for a force this time, it should be fine. I mean, he maybe lost a little health on those buildings, but nothing major. Just a little delay on his natural base. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, it should be fine. As again, if he gets surrounded, he has to be careful. We do have another pair of Lings on the way as well. 8 Lings in total, but both Zealots pop out, mate. Perfectly fine.
See, everything is fine. Everything is fine. To be honest, I think in part this was to help in case that JimRising was getting cannon rush for a third time, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Help a lot with the pull first. So I will say that more than a cheese, it was more like Jim going safe while being a little aggressive at the same time.
Yeah, again, like a 12 pool opening, like sure, it puts Jim behind economically, but he can catch up. Like it's not the worst scenario out there.
Yep.
And he's
really correct. Now the thing is, when was gonna be the timing for the third base of JimRising?
Yeah, like he's always late with it. he's always late. Meanwhile, a bit of a miss rally with those drones. Zealots and the Adepts do come in, but the Soling should be enough to push this away. Yeah. Oh, but with another Adept though.
Oh, nice targeting on the wins. Nice harassment. The shade do not end, and one drone already went down.
It looks like another drone will go down, and it looks like the first queen will get picked off. There's not enough energy for transfuse. Oh no, he doesn't
get picked up.
No,
the shade finished earlier.
No, maybe he'll still get it though. Go get it. Go get the queen. Get the queen. Go get it. It's so close. Please.
He gets the queen. He gets the queen, and he's still killing drones, mate. This is starting to become like quite a bit of damage for only 2 Adepts and 2 Zealots.
Well, this is disastrous for Jim. It's not just about killing a queen and 8 drones. It's also the fact that he was down earlier because of the 12 pool as well. And he can't get a third.
32 pros versus 30 drones at the moment. And you're right. The not getting a third base is becoming a problem for Jim.
He's scared. So he sprayed before the probe died.
That's the fuck you card that Ryan delivers. Meanwhile, Ryan is going for a Twilight Cancel, and we're going to see mass Adept Lights.
Glaive, this is going to be the nail in the coffin, mate. There's no way Jim holds. He has nothing. He has no Roach Warren. He barely has any queens. He's going to get a third queen. Finally, the Roach Warren gets thrown down. But the War Prism's already coming across the map. And yo, this is very committed. This isn't your typical 4-gate Glaive Adept, mate. This is 6 gates.
Do you want to hear something worse?
What's up?
Settling speed just starting.
No, the links are slow. Jim, please. Oh god, this is the worst case scenario for Jim. There's no way he survives this. I'm gonna be so impressed if he does. But again, like, this is gonna be so much more committed.
Yeah, well, see, 8 Adepts are currently in. They're starting to shade in. 2 more gateways are on the way. The glaive is about to finish, and they're on their way along with the War Prison. And 1 Stalker.
And what is there to defend, mate? We got Slowlings. We got Slowlings. We got
Slowlings.
We got 3 queens, 1 for each base. We got 3 roaches on the way. They're going to be enough Adepts to kill those roaches, by the way. It's
There we go. Jim sees it. Now he's panicked. Look, 16 Sterlings are being on the way.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're about to see all those things die, is what we're about to see, as they're just in an awful position here. Every single one of those things is being taken out. Finally, Link Speed does finish up. But, oh god, the Adepts are going to deal so much damage.
GG. Ryan takes game number 3 with Lightware. 2-1 now.
Oof. GG. Jim having a really unlucky start to the game. Things just didn't go his way. And now Ryan just needs one more, and he will be a Battle of the Americas champion. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if he does win, this will be his first win, right?
Let me see. Yes, this will be his first win. Ryan so far has won 0 Battle of the Americas, and he got 2 second places.
So we'll see if he can finally get his first W here, his first crown, or if Jim will get his second. Okay. Now that this game, Ryan didn't go for a forge. Does he go for a forge now in game 4?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I gotta say the win on this map was even more convincing than the Forge one. So I'm not sure if he should still be able to go for Forge.
True. He may not even need it.
Yeah, you know, Protoss, right? Here we go, mate. Where the countdown has started.
Yeah, potentially the final game of the series, the final game of the tournament.
Now, like before we load in, take your bets. Forge or no Forge?
Forge.
All right, Forge it is. I believe we don't see a Forge today. I believe we don't. I think Ryan is over with the Forges. But we'll see. Welcome, everyone. Map number 4 in the best of 5 series. Here in the top right-hand corner of the map, the man currently up 2-1 in this series is on the ace point. It is Sidestones Gaming, Ryan.
And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the Mexican Zerg player. He is red, representing Timbers Esports. Can he take it to the ace match? It is JimRising.
Jim again, going pull first.
Yes.
It's not a 12 pool. It is a more standard 15 pool, I believe. So he's just being safe. He does not want to get trapped again like he did in game number 2.
Yes. So this, as you said, this is just a pool first opening. This is as safe as you can get. It's not very aggressive at all compared to the 12 pool. He just wants to make sure that he's able to defend. And I feel like Ryan has already won the mind games, right? Like, he's forcing Jim to be inefficient. You know, he's forcing him to be scared. Like, Jim is scared right now. Going for a pool gas opening, delaying his natural base even longer. Oh my god.
Yep. Ryan sees this and he's like, oh, okay, I have done my job. Now, personally, I even think that Ryan does not need to even scout in game number 5 if possible. Just a threat is more than enough for him to go pull first and Ryan to be a little more greedy.
Yeah, it's possible. It's definitely possible. Okay. If we get there, we should say if we get there. So now that we're getting into a more standard game, Ryan, he has shown off his Glaive Adepts. Because of the openers, though, I don't know if Glaive Adepts would be that great here. He could do it just as an opener and transition out. But we should see a Stargate, right?
I mean, to be honest, we have yet to see one in this series.
The game just haven't lasted long enough, mate.
Well, Stargate, we go for a second gateway.
Okay, second gateway. Meanwhile, JimRising taking a very... Oh my god, he is terrified. He's taking a very fast third base, but I don't see him take this upgrade this often, going for pneumatized carapace.
He knows he needs to scout, and he took a page out of Rio.
My god, and to be fair, like, scouting would do him well here, as he does deal with the Adept, and Ryan is going for that Twilight Council and Robo.
So, Glaive Adept?
It should be Glaives. He could do something crazy and throw down, like, I don't know. That's too many gateways. I was going to say, like, a Dark Shrine, but it should be Glaive Adepts.
We'll see. An observer start. The Jim finally scouts with his Overlord, with his PD Overlord, nothing here to stop him. He's going to see everything that he needs to see.
Yes. Well done there by Jim. Really, pneumatized carapace paying off there. And we do see Jim immediately throws down a Roach Warren, so this time he will be much better prepared against Glaive Adepts.
He's not taking any chances this game.
What's also important to note is that last game, Ryan was a lot more committed with 6 gates. Here at the moment, he only has 4, which is a lot more standard. This does mean that if Ryan doesn't throw down more gateways, he should be able to transition into like Immortals and stuff after the Glaive Adepts.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to throw more, especially after he got scouted.
Yeah.
No, it would be pretty suicidal, especially against a player like Jim, who knows perfectly how to respond once he sees the information at hand.
Yeah.
And I like this by Jim. He's doing a second round of scouting with Soul and a third round of scouting. Yeah. He really wants to be sure of what's going on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's scared, man, and he sees the third base. He must be like, sigh of relief for Jim. Okay, there's a third. It's not like a big committed attack. The Adepts are still going across the map. So Jim, hopefully he didn't neglect his defenses. He has a couple of roaches.
Yeah, now that Ryan got scouted, he's trying to be a little more cheeky, and he's going for the Dark Shrine.
Yeah, Jim needs to go in for that 4th scout. He needs to figure out what's going on here. Still a lot of Adepts. He hopefully doesn't shade in though. There are a lot of links here. Oh, commits.
Oh, he does. I'm not sure if that was right.
Yeah. Immediately, like, the roaches and the lings are on top of all of these Adepts. The Adepts are all going to be taken out. The shade does finish, but only 1 Adept gets in.
He gives one round. That's okay. You take everything that you can get. More Adepts are shading in, but more than enough units to stop it. And again, the shade finish. I'm surprised that the shade finish.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Ryan, he's desperate to keep Jim at home, but Jim just goes for a counterattack, and I don't think there's enough to defend. Immortals are on the way, but 1 Immortal is not going to be enough.
By the way, at some point, Jim did indeed scout the Dark Shrine.
Yeah.
Who knows, because I saw him start sports at some bases, and I was like, he should have known. Yeah.
And
now he knows.
Yeah, and this is really smart from Ryan, because there's no detection, because the lair isn't done yet, so Ryan actually saves his base.
So yeah, now that we finally going to go into a normal, like, mid-game PvZ, who do you think is ahead? Who do you think can do better in a more normal game at the moment?
We'll see if we get there, because we have detection on the way. Overseer is about to finish up. Jim is here outside the base. He is looking to kill his opponents, and again, Ryan doesn't have too much here on the ground.
A lot of settlings got grinding by the Archon, and the Archon finally goes down. Mate, there's not much here.
Yeah, exactly. The Immortal pops out, but doesn't want to get surrounded, so he does back off. He evacuates to his natural base. Everything at the third goes down. 8 probes fall. The Nexus is probably going to fall as well. And Ryan's going to be stuck on 2 bases. And I think we're just going to go to the ace match, mate. Because
I think we will.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
will. There's 2 Immortals and nothing and much more. The wall is pretty solid. I gotta say that. But there are a lot of Ravagers, mate.
Yeah, and the Cyber Core gets taken out. No more Stalkers are going to be warped in. These are the last Stalkers that Ryan will have. Force fields are pretty good, I guess. Overcharge is being used.
And we got the power, and yeah, Jim in a really good position. 120 supply versus 76. 2 bases versus 4.
Oh my god, no! One of the Immortals gets biled down. There were 3. I was thinking maybe Ryan could hold at his natural, but losing an Immortal like that hurts so much.
GG, we're going to the ace match, guys.
Yeah, GG. Jim doing a very good job scouting that game, being prepared for everything. Ryan going for a very interesting shade. At a certain point, when you go for Glaive Adepts, and if your opponent has enough to defend, just recall back home. You know, use those Adepts to defend your third and just transition out. You don't have to stick around. You don't have to force anything. And in the end, Ryan was forced to GG.
Yeah, I gotta say it was a really good game by JimRising. He literally was checking all the boxes to be as safe as possible.
Yeah.
And it worked out in the end. I wanna see Jim doing the exact same thing for game number 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pull first, then scout with the drone, then scout with the overlords, then go
Yeah.
again, scout with the overlords a couple more times, then scout a little with settlings. Like everything went perfect for Jim this game.
Mm-hmm. Definitely, I think Jim should play that way, and if Ryan is aware of that, there's like an opportunity for Ryan to take advantage of Jim playing safe. As we are going to be loading into Oxide. Interesting. Mate. Observer Plus is a new mod. It was actually funded by Shopify and ESL Pro Tour. Fun fact.
Are you telling me that Game Heart is not outdated?
In a way, this is basically Game Heart, but with one extra feature. Literally one feature.
So everyone uninstall Game Heart right now from your from your game. And
Yeah. So this is just like Game Heart, except it features the new battle report. So they've been using this throughout the entire season of DreamHack so far. I don't know if you've noticed, every now and then they open up something on the screen and you can see it yourself with Shift B.
yes, I remember that. I remember that I see it, and then I tried to do it in one cast that we did, I think, or one game that I observed last week, I think, and I saw nothing, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe something else, I don't know. And I didn't know that it was a separate mode, different from Game Heart.
Yes.
I thought it was just regular Game Heart that they added in something extra. But yeah, anyhow, welcome everyone to the ace match in the finals for Battle of the Americas. I'm spawning here the American player playing for Syston Esports. Can he close it out? This is Ryan.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide ALE. Ooh, going for a pull first. Once again, we have the Mexican Zerg player. He's red, representing PvZ Esports. It is JimRising.
And just as you said it, you just like you said it yourself again, like Jim, again, very, very careful, not wanting to to leave anything open to a possible rush, a possible cannon rush or something. And nice, Ryan denying the third base of JimRising with that pylon.
Yeah,
Jim is forced
very
to take the third base as his second base.
exactly. Very cheeky opening here from Ryan. Already a good start. If he wanted to go for Glaive Adepts again, it would work a little bit better here in the ace match. So we'll see if that's what he goes for. On Oxide, you've got a lot of options, right? You can go for Glaive Adepts. It is also a pretty good map for Stargate play as well, if he does want to go for that. But as you said, like, we haven't seen him go Stargate at all this series, and it may be a stylistic thing, you know, maybe it's something that Ryan doesn't enjoy doing.
Maybe. And now that Jim is with Jim natural being his third base, I wonder if Ryan is going to exploit it in some way later on. Especially now that we have seen that he went for Glaives Adepts 2 games in a row.
Yeah. And especially because, I mean, to be fair, JimRising was able to defend, and for the first time this series, but it will get scouted. We have a Stargate.
So buckle up, everyone. It's going to be a long one.
It definitely could be. I am a little bit worried because obviously, notoriously, JimRising struggles against Stargate play. He's been very vocal about Stargate play. Oh boy, so I'm a little bit concerned. A lot of this depends on, like, you know, queen production and creep spread. Creep spread matters so much here, like trying to defend, and yo, mates, look at what we have.
We have a painliness. I think Jim does not have any plans to play versus Stargate.
Exactly. He's looking to end the game early. He's going for a full-on Bane bust right now, and Ryan has no idea. He saw the third hatchery with his Adept earlier, but he doesn't know about the Bane Nest. He doesn't have any shield batteries. He's getting a Void Ray, which will help defend if it stays at home.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be enough. By the time the Bane is arrived, he's not even going to have Wargrave ready.
It's going to depend on his Void Ray movement right now, because he's going to move out, and if he catches the Lings and sees the Banelings, then that's going to be great for Ryan. But he's going across the map. He's headed towards the natural base. The Baneling's going to be
He's not going to see it.
Yeah.
Not going to see it. The Lings are going exactly on the other side of the map.
Yeah, exactly. When he shows up, he should see the lack of drones, and that's a tell. But even then, it's too late. Oh, the Adepts! They see the Banelings! Wait, react!
Exactly.
Shield batteries!
Here comes. Shield batteries are on the way. A second core is also on the way.
Oh god, he tried to wall off, but the wall is no longer a wall. The Banelings, they get in. The boys are going to be forced off the line. Split might be split. Nice focus fire. The Oracle on the Lings and the Banelings.
Mate.
Matey walls off.
Oh god. Has Ryan done it?
Yeah.
Mate,
GG.
He lost the workers. Yeah.
Wow, JimRising trying to go for the Bane bust, but there was some beautiful defense there by Ryan. He was able to catch it with the Adepts just barely in time. As soon as he saw it, he walled off with the Cybercore. A lot of Banelings were wasted on that Cybercore, and as we saw, there were no connections on the workers. Only 3 probes went down. 3 probes, mate.
3 props. That was really good. Really good defense by Ryan. So congratulations to Ryan. This is, as you say, his first Battle of the Americas win.
GG, well played. Congratulations, Ryan. It's been a long time coming. He's been competing for a very long time, playing in these weekly events, and now he finally has a championship. Well played.
Well played by Ryan. Another day, another Protoss victory.
Exactly. Oh god. I mean, he did it in style. I love it when a player comes in and, you know, isn't necessarily standard. You know, we saw a lot of cannon rushes, we saw some cheese, we saw some all-ins from both players. It was a very dynamic series, and yeah, solid defense.
It good. 5 games and we only saw 1 Stargate.
Yeah.
And it barely produced units. Best PvZ ever. 10 out of 10. We'll cast again.
Oh my god, and the people in the chat did not believe in Jim at all. 92% of the people voted for Ryan. Oh my god. So we're not going to be making a lot of grapes today, you know, not a big payout, but well done to the players who did pick Ryan. They knew what they were on about.
And yeah, GG. Congratulations to Ryan. You get most of the money here in the tournament. JimRising also gets some of the money because of his second play finish. And also he was the highest Latin America in the tournament.
That he was. Congratulations to both of our players. They had great runs. My condolences, of course, I have to bring it up because they are, of course, representing the CranKy Ducklings. Neo and Ryu.
Whoa, CranKy Ryan. You heard. This is the league that we were all waiting for.
Mate, I had a hard time casting Ryu versus Ryan because of their names and how close they are with each other. It was a struggle, mate, real struggle. But Ryu and Neo, they made us proud. They made it all the way to the semis, and that isn't, you know, anything to scoff at all. You know, they had really good performances. Ryu almost took down Ryan. It would have been a completely different tournament, different finals. But yeah, GG everyone. Had some good performances. And with that, something that I have to remind everyone before we head off, !Matcherino in the chat. I believe we have more codes left. So you can use code NAVLA55 to add $1 to the prize pool.
Yes, it is completely free. You don't need to spend any money on it. And we still have, I believe, 9 codes left.
Plenty of codes, people. Plenty of codes.
Yes. Everyone, please, we need to eat.
And speaking of eating, that is something that I will try and quickly do. Thank you so much, Dad King, for joining me for the cast today. I always appreciate it when you jump on. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. It was fun. It was fun. Finally casting a PvZ that I didn't get sick of.
There we go. Meanwhile, people in the chat, and myself included, you know, if we want some more PvZ, and I do, we're gonna have some more of it over on ESL Open Cup Asia. We have top tier Korean players like Zest, Trap, Solar, Dongray Gu. It's gonna be amazing. Dark is there as well. So yeah, we're gonna be quickly heading over to the Asia server and getting set up for ESL Open Cup Asia. We'll be live in maybe 5 or 10 minutes. I have to end the stream and restart it and set up all the overlays, and maybe quickly go and get some food in the meantime, and then we'll dive straight in. Thankfully, we haven't missed out on too much. There's only been 1 round of tournament of matches so far, essentially. So yeah, we'll be able to jump or catch some other series. And yeah.
It will be fun. Everyone, please stay tuned.
Yeah, and thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Again, Battle of the Americas is a weekly tournament that Darking runs for North American and Latin American players. So yeah, be sure to come by next week, especially if you enjoyed the tournaments and you enjoy these players. They usually are returning players. They usually come back. And next week, I'm sure we're going to have more participation because, again, DreamHack is going on, and that did take up the time of a lot of the NA players like Trigger, like Vindicta, like Nina. Usually they show up for these weeklies. Indeed,
the level of play in these players is insane. So it is a good time to come and watch some really good NA and LA StarCraft.
Definitely. And with that, thank you everyone for watching, and we'll be back soon with ESL Open Cup Asia. Ciao.
Goodbye, everyone.